Jimmie Johnson, the Daytona 500 champ. How much sleep, Jimmy?
4 to 5, so much better than other years.
Last lap strategy was what?
I was feeling pretty good about it. My biggest concern was the 16 getting a run on us, but I felt like halfway through the lap I had him under control and could manage his run, and was surprised that the 88 got a big shove like he did. And I saw in the mirror his closing rate and felt pretty good about it, was able to defend him and bring it home. So it was really just staring in my mirror trying to manage the cars behind me.
Does your mirror say the same thing as mine? Objects in your rearview mirror appear closer, or are they actually closer?
My mirror in the center of the car, my rearview mirror, is a correct mirror, but the one on the left side is a convex mirror that is just like the one in your car where objects may appear closer than you think. And that does lead to some wrecks in our sport.
Well, when you see 88, what are you thinking?
My spotter's voice was kind of animated, so I felt like I was in trouble, but my eyes were telling me I had him under control. But in the end, just really proud for our race shop. You know, we finished 1-2 for Hendrick Motorsports, and then Junior's car and my car are prepared in the same building. So the 90-plus men and women just they're solely focused on those two cars had the ultimate reward this weekend with a 1-2 finish.
Well, give me how did your spotters sound in your ear?
He had that animated, high-pitch, like, desperate, we need to do something about this tone.
Look out, 88 is up on your, he's closing in.
He's got a big shove, he's coming. So,
strategy, though, when you're, like, you can't panic in a situation like that, but, like, isn't the natural reaction to panic just a little bit?
It is. I mean, I think any athlete, when they're in their moment of their sport, things kind of slow down to a certain degree, and I knew what was going on behind me for the most part, and felt very comfortable and had things under control. Plus, there was a feel in the race about the leader, and once you had the lead, this rules package, it's a little easier to defend the lead than what we've had in years past. So I had a fair amount of confidence taking the white, and when I took the white, if a caution happens, you're the winner of the race, and they stopped the race, and a crash did happen on the front stretch. So I was in between thoughts. Like, all right, is the race over? Are we still, is it over because the caution's out or not? And they kept it green. So for a split second, I thought, okay, it's in the bag. And then I realized the green lights were still on and we had to keep racing.
Ratings were up 30%. Don't know if you know that. What do you attribute that to?
That's all due to the 48 car winning the race.
You think so?
Simple. Yes, absolutely.
I like
there was this Danica girl in the race that had nothing to do with it. It was all the 48.
Denny Hamlin was honest when he was with us last week, and he said now she's starting to live up to the hype. You could almost feel like this, the old boys network here, and let me see what she can do, getting all this attention. And my point is, all that attention is just like when Tiger came on tour. The old school was kind of begrudging with that, and then all of a sudden he proved that he was obviously worthy of the hype. She got, the pole position there, finished a very respectable 8th, but your thoughts on her as she was getting all of this hype this past week, Jimmy?
Well, the only perspective I know is mine, and I'm excited for her to be in our sport. She brings in a casual fan that typically doesn't tune into our races on Sunday afternoons. So I think it's great for our sport, and very happy to have her in our sport and representing NASCAR and all the perks that come with it. But I don't look at gender or race or anything in our cars. I mean, it's really about the driver and what the driver's capable of. And sure, there's been some more hype than any other driver coming into our sport. But as time has gone on, she's really evolved as a driver. And I think that restrictor plate tracks really fit her style and her experience level right now. She's used to going fast from the open wheel cars and clearly showed no fear yesterday. There's some tracks on the circuit that are going to really challenge her, and we might not see that type of performance out of her. But in time, I think she's going to be fine, and she is, she's proven to everyone that she's a very capable and confident race car driver.
It's Jimmie Johnson, the 500 champ, driver of the number 48 Lowe's Chevy. It's almost as if you stole the script. Like, the script was Danica Patrick, and then, oh, by the way, and even Junior finishing second, people forgot just how great a driver you were.
Well, I think our record over the last year or two on the restrictor plate tracks, rightfully so, is taking us out of the mindset of many and forefront of people's minds for winning the race. We haven't finished one in, it seems like, 2 years. So, I get that part. But we felt very confident as the week progressed, how the car was performing and the speed we had, and our new Chevy SS was rolling. So we felt good, but Lady Luck cast a shine on you on those plate tracks, and she was on our side this week.
You had the crash on Saturday, and I guess the first thing it thinks, when you see that wreck and the fans in the stands, is it just a hazard that it may happen something like that, or is there a way that NASCAR has to ensure that there's fan safety there? I mean, you don't expect an engine to go into the crowd or have debris, but I mean, you got people that I thought that overshadowed everything with what happened on Saturday.
Yeah, and I mean, on a lot of levels it should. There were a lot of people in harm's way there, and our entire sport is thinking of the victims and their families, and hopefully things turn out as we hope, and most are doing very, very well and recovering. So it shocked us all, and there have been major safety precautions implemented, in Daytona has upgraded their facility. Our cars have roof flaps on them, and the speed's controlled by the restrictor plate to prevent things like this from happening. We prepare for as much as we can, but that, unfortunately, was a perfect storm to get the car airborne. And I know our sport will learn from it and adjust and ensure the safety of our fans. The drivers take on a certain level of responsibility. We get it. But the fans come to be entertained, and they shouldn't be in harm's way. And NASCAR understands that more than anyone, and will do the right thing.
Congrats again, Jimmie. And I meant what I said. I think people forgot about you in the race, and that's a dangerous thing to do. You made them pay.
No problem. It's all good. As long as we got the trophy, I'm happy.
Thank you. Thank you, Jimmie.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Jimmie Johnson, Daytona 500 champ, driver of the number 48 Low Chevy.